There are many products available to choose steering wheel locks, each with different characteristics, benefits, and prices. To help you make an informed decision, I did extensive research, read tons of reviews, and compiled a list of the best steering wheel locks from reputable brands. After much research, I found these products much helpful for people like you. If you want to know about the price and other information, be sure to check my description. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Number 1. Vechkom steering wheel lock with alarm. The Vechkom relies on an alarm system for protection. To install it, you close the clamps over a half-turned steering wheel, and the motion sensor arm rests on the dashboard. The concept is simple. Tampering triggers the alarm, scaring off potential thieves. Yet in practice, it fell well short of the promise. It's far too easy to install this device incorrectly. Vechkom failed to provide installation directions in the packaging, and we couldn't locate a company website or social media presence to show us the way. We finally found installation guidance buried on the product's Amazon listing. Typically, this isn't a major issue, but in this case, if the Vechkom isn't installed correctly, it doesn't work. For the record, you must turn the steering wheel 180 degrees and clamp the device onto a spoke or small portion of the wheel. First, the alarm sensor's sensitivity is suspect. Number 2. Winner International The Club 3000 Twin Hooks. From the same company that delivered the original The Club wheel lock back in the 80s, the Club 3000 Twin Hooks maintains the traditional steering wheel lock function. 2 anchor points on a wheel, a ratcheting mechanism in between, and a long arm to prevent full turns. The only difference between this device and the Cartman we also tested is that the new Club 3000 features 2 hooks on each end instead of 1. During installation, the hooks felt loose against the wheel, even with the arm extended the farthest it would go. We wondered if we were installing it incorrectly, but the instructions indicated that this was to be expected. What it does have going for it is the deterrent factor. The bold yellow hooks and imposing size make it hard to miss. Its chunky, bright presence practically screams, "Keep out." So to that end, it's practical. Number 3. Cartman vehicle steering wheel lock. If you like old school, you may like Cartman. A classic steering wheel lock design, the Cartman uses 2 hooks to secure it onto the wheel. One end is longer and limits steering wheel movement when it hits an obstacle in the cabin, making any meaningful turn impossible. This length can be positioned in various ways. We opted to wedge it between the A-pillar and windshield, but it could be installed in any number of positions. Installation is simple, but requires a firm pull on the center ratchet for a tight fit. For removal, shaking by hand, hammer, and drilling were ineffective, but our bolt cutters did manage to snip the center aluminum shaft. Truthfully, not many of these locks were able to stand up to our bolt cutters, but the Cartman resisted better than all but the impenetrable Tevlaphee. Number 4. Kaycentop seatbelt wheel lock. Using a flexible cable, the Kaycentop loops through the steering wheel, then anchors into the seatbelt to keep the wheel from turning. The seatbelt latch has a locking shell that covers the buckle and prevents it from deploying. So even if a thief gets into your car, they can't simply disengage the seatbelt and remove the lock. At least that's the idea. While we were impressed by the Kaycentop's design, ease of use, and compact size, our bolt cutters made quick work of the connector cables and freed the wheel. So much for security. But hey, it did leave the seatbelt cover behind, which means the crook would at least be vulnerable to a click-it-or-ticket infraction. Number 5. Tevlaphee Universal Steering Wheel Brake Lock. If security is your top priority, we recommend the Tevlaphee. Unlike most steering wheel locks, the Tevlaphee locks the wheel against the brake pedal, inhibiting both the wheel from turning and the brake pedal from being depressed. Installation is straightforward, but it does require maneuvering into the footwell, which may make for some awkward contorting. If you have mobility issues, this lock may not be your best option. Overall, it's the most secure and user-friendly option we encountered. Without hesitation, the Gear team recommends it as our best choice. That's all from my end. I make helpful videos daily, so do subscribe my channel. If you need more information or if you want to know product price, do check out my description. For any kind of problem, please comment below. Stay updated with our cool products as it will make your life much more easier.